What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Bump and Feed. We are back from our hiatus. Totaled my car on the way to what we're going to be reviewing today, which is TOS, and then getting that stuff situated. But we're not quitting. We're just taking a little Brock Lesnar break here, and now we are fully back. So today we're going to talk about some TOS. Before we get into it, this will not be multi-cut video like in the past. This, from what we're going to be talking for so long probably about this, it's be more of like a podcast-ish style thing. If you want to watch us, cool. If not, minimize it, listen to it, because there's not going to be anything on screen. So, but TOS.
Tournament Survival was amazing.
It was, man. And I think it set the bar now. Like, there's a new bar for
the summer
deathmatch shows.
Yeah. But yeah, the bar in general for deathmatch wrestling. Oh,
yeah.
Man. Yeah.
And I know that Marcus Crane had tweeted that they gave out 1,000 wristbands for people who came.
Yeah.
And people were still coming in afterwards. So
That's
I think
crazy.
they're guesstimating somewhere between 11 and 1,200 people.
Yeah, I think that's what they were, at least the last thing I read, they were guesstimating about 1,200.
So,
which, I mean, if you watch the video, it looks like every bit of it.
It is, man. And I did miss the outdoor nature of it. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully next year they can secure something.
I hope so. But I think it worked for what it was. It had a very ECW feel
Yeah,
to it.
man. I actually love the building. Like, and I don't know the way it was set up and the way the fans were even set up in there, because it was really compact and it was a small area.
Yeah.
But it felt like old ECW, man. Even like the vibe in the arena, and like it wasn't really ECW style wrestling. It was deathmatch, modern day crazy shit. But yeah, that vibe in the crowd was just old ECW euphoric. Like, it was really cool.
It was really, really good. I loved and honestly, I liked the venue. I loved the lower section, and then you had the higher up section too, like the behind the bar.
Yeah.
I guess the front row was like very intimate in the ringside area. Like, just
they
a
were
foot or
so close. Like,
yeah.
like the first time that some light tubes went awry and just landed into the crowd, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. And as a matter of
Which
fact,
happened all night long.
I don't know if you follow that girl on Twitter, that Claire chick on Twitter. She had posted a video. I wish I knew her Twitter handle, Medium Core or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll look it up so I can plug her just because whatever. But she had posted a picture of it, like cut. She was wearing like some hose or something, and it cut her hose. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah. It seemed like an amazing show though, live. But if you haven't actually purchased the show, I would say go to Smart Mark Video and get that thing. Yeah, because it's amazing.
Medium Core, MEDIUMCORE. She tweets. She's like the first lady of deathmatches.
Yeah. She goes to about all the GCW shows and other wrestling shows too. But yeah, like this show is killer, man. Opening up with Nick fucking Gage versus Ueke was amazing. That was actually one of my. And I know we're talking about TOS and TOD here, and that was really my favorite. Not my favorite, but one of my favorite matches of the entire 2 weeks.
I agree.
It was so good.
My favorite match, which we're actually going to make a TOD show as well, my favorite match of TOD 2S weekend was from TOD, but we'll get into that in another video. But I agree, man. I think Gage and Ueke felt so... There was something about it that it didn't feel modern, but it felt like... I don't know, man. It felt old school.
It was really old school, like... I mean, it was really awesome in general, and I think Denny Havoc said it on commentary. But I really enjoyed Ueke's like old school like Japanese, particularly Big Japan. But that attire he was wearing,
just the blue jean shorts and the
knee pads over top of the jeans, the cut off sleeveless shirt, showing off the scars on his arms. Yeah, he was awesome though, man. Yeah, him and Cage tore it up.
They did, man. It was a great opener, and maybe that's why they led with that.
Yeah, one thing I do want to point out from that match was particularly the Kinzan spot that Gage took, and then the headbutt afterwards.
That's what stands out to me the most on that match is the Kinzan spot, because
that was brutal.
I've seen a lot of stuff, and obviously not everything. I'm not I'm not going to pretend to be a whatever, but I've never seen Gage take a Kinzan.
I don't think I've seen him take one either. Yeah.
He looked like, and obviously he's Nick Gage, I'm not questioning, but it almost looked like he maybe didn't want to take it as much, man.
Ueke hit him twice on the head, and he was like, no, we're good. Yeah. And then he got headbutted. That headbutt, it ruled because they clanked when they hit, because Ueke had one in his skull too. Oh, man.
Dude, that match was brutal.
That was a hot opener, though.
I wish it would have got a little more time.
Yeah.
But I also understand it's first round, you don't want to kill people.
Yeah. You potentially got two more matches left.
So,
and have 3 for the whole evening. So.
I liked it. Of course, Gage won that match, and me and Stevie actually looked it up beforehand. Didn't really know that Ueke basically loses everything. He's kind of a deathmatch job guy. Not job like what people refer to as jobbers today, where it's like a negative thing. But you know, he makes people look good.
He really does. And I mean, I guess he's honestly coming up in the deathmatch world. But yeah, I was looking into him a little bit through his Big Japan matches, and I think he's wrestled in Freedom as well. And more often than not, Ueke loses. But man, Ueke's going to be a force to be reckoned with if he sticks with deathmatch wrestling.
I think so, and I hope that GCW brings him back. I know that's a big, I know that's a huge expense to them.
Yeah.
GCW, I'm not saying make him big, but man,
I loved his feel. Like, I mean,
I did too.
You have like your Jun Kasai's and like a Takada, but like I don't know what it was about this guy. Maybe it was because he's more hungry, but
it might be.
He went for it, man, and to face someone like the level of Nick Gage, which is basically the king of American death matches, especially today. Was awesome, man. They blew it up in the opener.
I think so too. I think it was, like I said, fantastic opener. Got you in the mood for the show, and it just left you bloodthirsty. So, next match. Now I don't remember the card exactly, but we'll go through first round matches. Obviously, let's see.
Marcus Crane and Schlack had an awesome death match.
Psychology.
Yeah,
there was psychology, and people say deathmatch guys can't go. There was psychology in this deathmatch.
Yeah, man. He was actually working Schlack's leg, which had been hurt 2 or 3 weeks prior at the IWA Mid-South King of the Deathmatch with that crazy filing cabinet spot.
Or went through his leg.
He just kept putting light tubes up into his pants and throwing stuff at it and crushing it. And you'd see Schlack have to, get the glass out. And it was a really unique match. And these guys have worked with each other before. And if you follow them both on Twitter, you can see that they have a pretty personal relationship.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they threw it all out there.
I think so too.
Mentioning that, and what's even crazier, mentioning that, I know that these deathmatch guys have a loose screw. There's no way you don't. But, like, Marcus Crane was trying to fucking kill Schlack in this match.
He was, man. I think, I think they're good friends, so they're okay with going in there and killing each other. They know it's they respect each other. But I think what really blows my mind about this match, and I think we touched on it in the TOS preview, this match could have been the finals of TOS.
It easily could have been, yeah. Honestly,
I wonder. I don't know, but I do wonder if. And Schlack obviously is a god among men. The dude is. He feels no pain.
Yeah, no god, but only Schlack.
But I wonder if his injury maybe changed. Obviously, we know the winner, and rightfully so. I think everybody thought that going in, rightfully so. But I wonder if Schlack's injury maybe changed the card a little bit.
Could have, honestly. So, who knows? But to be, coming off that type of an injury that soon and going that hard, even if he was just in the one match of the night, it was awesome, man. Much respect to Schlack. And afterwards, I'll actually call out Marcus Crane for cutting a badass promo.
Crane, I think Crane. I don't think he does regular. I think he's legit just a deathmatch guy.
Yeah, I think now it seems like. I know he used to do some regular stuff.
But man, he's developed. Like I remember, like seeing stuff which we've been following GCW for a little bit, but we've watched a ton of events. We purchased them on SmartMark Video, but Crane's development over the last year or two, just from the stuff that I've seen that we've got on SmartMark, he's improved so. Not that he was terrible.
No, he was never terrible.
But man, he is turning into, and his promo. I love his loose-tongued. Just here's what I have to say.
Yeah,
like, there's no cadence. It's amazing. It fits his personality.
He was just flowing, and it felt really good, honestly. I think Marcus Crane could be probably the future of that company and the champ of the deathmatch scene anyway.
I think so, too. I know that Tremont said that when they faced at whatever event it was, maybe Worst Behavior or something like that, but
he might be the craziest / sickest guy out there right now.
I agree, because he'll take it.
He'll take anything.
He doesn't have to do anything, man. He took that board of saws. He took the pigeon spikes.
Yeah.
He's a madman. So
he's awesome.
That match. Anything else about?
No, it was just a great opener. Honestly,
great opener.
A great opening round match.
Yeah, that match. Marcus Crane advanced. Ended up having a stoppage, which was kind of weird, but it made sense.
That was a little bit strange, but at the same time, it did make sense. Like, I mean, it is a death match, but at the same time, the official had a heart almost in this. If you want to look at it into a kayfabe way, and at the same time, he knew the type of injury that Schlack had. And I mean, at the very end of the match, the way Marcus Crane was throwing chairs and just weapons at his leg, just nonchalant and just crazy like. I mean, it felt real.
I think so too. I saw a couple of people who were like, "Oh, you can't stop it; it's a death match." But like kayfabe wise, they're still humans. So like a referee, you know, if somebody's getting ready to take a chainsaw and cut your throat, the ref's probably going to try to stop them.
Right.
But in a kayfabe sense, stop the match. So I kind of like it.
He had an actual heart, in this match.
I agree.
It was another good match though. From the opening round, Cyclope and Cologne.
I thought, oh yeah,
Had maybe the worst injury of the night.
I think so too. That I was really pumped about this because we know Cyclope is a sick dude. But Alex Cologne does not get the credit he deserves.
Nah, I think he's starting to. And he's starting to come, I mean, in the last year alone, he's really shown what he can do.
I think so too. And I think he's perfect. I know he keeps calling out Kasai and
Takada,
or not Takada. Crane is Kasai, but man, I want to see them face. Because Cologne does not care. He'll take it.
He does it, man. Like the foot stomp into the bundle of tubes that Cyclope gave him, man, gave him an insane gash. Basically, for the rest of the match, the referee was trying to control or control the bleeding or get wrapped up, and he really couldn't get it done.
And there was one spot in particular where you could really see how bad it was when he was laying on the bottom rope, and the ref takes the cloth to kind of wipe it away, and then it just immediately starts dumping again.
Yeah, like as soon as the referee would get it kind of under control, it would almost seem, as soon as he would get off, it was just rolling down his face again.
And I wonder, honestly, which I know that match still went a little bit after, but I wonder if that match maybe was cut a little bit short because of that. Because, I mean, Cologne's a monster. He was fine, perfectly fine afterwards. I think did he go to the hospital? I don't remember.
I don't think he did, no.
But obviously,
I didn't read he
turned out okay, but I wonder, you know, because you got to get that stopped regardless.
Yeah, so that was a bad cut. But Cyclope advanced after that match.
Absolutely did, and rightfully so. I think everybody... Cyclope is on top of the world.
Yeah, everybody kind of had it. You know, they kind of thought that he would win this thing. So, Extremo and Eric Ryan.
That match, I love Eric Ryan, man. And honestly, this is probably my second favorite spot of the night, the shopping cart.
Oh yeah, now this shopping cart spot was awesome. It was really awesome because it was different.
It was. Flipped it upside down.
Flipped it upside down and put the tubes on it.
And went onto those bars, and you know we talked to Ron Mathis interview on this channel, and he made mention of that. But I think Eric Ryan may have even tweeted this too. But you know, you're pushing the cart along, you accidentally hit it with your shin. You know what that feels like.
That's one of the best examples. Yeah, I think it was Eric Ryan that said that. But yeah, you know what that thing feels like.
And he took it on his
ever
back.
Just barely hit your shin or your ankle on it, man, it hurts like a son of a bitch. This dude is taking a straight off the top rope back bump on this thing with tubes, no less.
Yeah, he killed himself.
He did. Eric Ryan goes all out every time. Eric Ryan is the guy within the next year I'd like to see kind of advance. I mean, he's in an amazing level, and the fact he's even in GCW is awesome, but I'd like to see him keep advancing up the ranks.
Well, the way that I look at it, too, it's crazy to think, you know, Cologne and Ryan don't get the respect they deserve.
They're both kind of in that weird spot.
But they're clearly two of the best in the world because they're in the biggest tournament. I mean, it's
pretty crazy. Honestly, I'd like to see those two start feuding.
Oh, it too. Man.
That would be good, and whoever can come out of that thing.
Yeah, and I know that Cologne or Ryan and Marcus fight this weekend in a Lego death match.
Yeah.
And Ryan on Twitter was asking people to make a shopping cart out of Legos.
That would be amazing. I hope they do that.
I hope so.
I was reading about that too, actually. But yeah, that was another good one, and Extremo advanced in that one.
So which left us. Second round is going to be Nick Gage,
Cyclope,
Miedo,
and Crane.
I kind of cough hiccup there for a second. And that's what we're going to get into next.
Gage and Cyclope opening up the second round, and they had a brutal match.
They did.
That was a good one too.
One thing about Nick Gage that I noticed in this, and I've noticed him doing it a lot recently, and I've noticed a lot of guys doing it a lot recently. I don't know if it's we're in the latter part of deathmatch season, so they've taken a lot of stuff up to this point. And I don't know if they're trying to heal or not. I noticed a lot of guys wearing shirts.
Yeah.
Not that there's just to point that out real quick. That's just kind of
I think, and I'll see in some of the ones with Cyclope particularly. I'll see that because he usually makes it to the finals. I guess they're trying to save themselves a little bit for the last match. So, but Gage wore the shirt the whole time. He also had that bad elbow injury, but he went just as hard. I mean, this match was
definitely wasn't a question. It's just I've noticed a lot of guys doing that, and I don't know if it's from where we're in the latter half of it. Obviously, I would never do it. If I was out there, I would be wearing a ton of stuff, but just something that I was thinking about. But I thought the match was super brutal. I love Gage, obviously, and I love Cyclope, obviously.
Yeah.
just a good back and forth. And was this the fishing rod spot?
Yeah,
was that this match?
Yeah, they did the fishing rod spot in this. They did my favorite one, actually. They did it better than the Nick Gage Invitational from last year, I thought, because he actually hooked the line around his neck and then got him in the cheek, and I don't know, kayfabe-wise, it made more sense the way he was wrenching him around.
Yeah.
And then he took the spot to the floor,
which
was crazy.
Off the top.
But yeah, I love that spot, particularly.
I'm assuming, I wonder if he has like a piercing. And
I wonder,
or I wonder if he just bites on.
I honestly did think that until I saw this one. When I saw this spot, he does it so quick. There's no way he's putting it through a hole.
Yeah.
And last year at I think it was the Nick Gage Invitational when they faced. It almost seemed like he was working it a little bit. And I figured, he might have a piercing, but on this one on TOS, it happens quick, and he's pretty much stuck there. He might hold it with his teeth. I don't know. But I
feel like that'd be so dangerous.
It's a crazy situation. But man, like the most brutal spot of this match was the ending when Gage got launched through that barbed wire mesh that was basically draped within a bed frame.
Dude,
in the
he
corner.
couldn't move.
He was trapped. Like basically, the end of the match was right then, and Sequel Play couldn't get his shoulder down. The referee was
not knowing what
the referee actually was doing a pretty good job of being like, this guy's shoulder's not down, and then they're like, what the fuck? He got him pulled out and he got him pinned. Gage got out and everyone, and I actually disagree with everyone in the crowd because everyone started chanting bullshit. And there wasn't any bullshit about it. The referee did what he should have done.
He did.
I see so many refs just go, okay, whatever. This ref legit was no, he's not down.
I miss and it kind of reminded you of the old days when, especially in WWF and the bigger companies, refs didn't know what was going on. Well, they probably knew who was going to win, but they called it as a shoot.
Yeah.
Don't look stupid. If they don't kick out, that's on them. Do your job.
I wish more guys would actually do what this ref did. But Nick Gage finally gets out of the wire and he gets outside the ring. I guess he could feel the crowd was not feeling it, and he's like, let's start this match back up. And to their credit, once they got back in there, basically it was an instant roll-up and Sequel Pay won, which is, again, showing what
that was supposed to be the
finish was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't think they should have restarted it. I think they should have just went out. But I mean, Gage being Gage, he does whatever the fuck
I think it would have been cool. Well, absolutely. I think it could have been cool if they would have left it the way it is, and then GCW could have built the whole story around it.
Yeah, they really could.
Leading into a Gage versus Sequel Pay feud.
But it was a killer match, honestly, and it sucks that Gage didn't win. I mean, it sucks that Gage got eliminated.
I thought for sure, it was weird for me to see that it was going to be Sequel Pay versus Gage, because my thought coming in, and again, everybody's thought was Sequel Pay was going to win, but I was like, it's going to be against Gage. It'll be Gage and Sequel Pay in the final. Gage, he's going to make it to the finals. So that, when I saw it was those two against each other, it blew my mind. And then I was kind of weighing, like, or swaying a little bit, and I was like, maybe Sequel Pay is not going to win, because Gage got to make it to the finals.
Yeah.
But man, having Sequel Pay, but once you see what the finals are, it made sense, because the finals was perfect. But this match, Sequel Pay won in a very weird type of situation.
The finish is weird and wonky, but the match itself is great.
Yeah,
like,
the match,
I wouldn't even discredit anything about it.
I agree. I love the match.
But yeah, Sequel Pay goes on to the finals. And then we got Extremo and Crane right before going to the finals. Extremo, I don't know, what can you say about Extremo, really? Like, he's dude. If any two people I thought that could probably come out of this thing winning would have been Sequel Pay or Extremo.
Yeah.
So basically, going into Crane and Extremo, I was like, all right, Extremo's probably going to win. But at the same time, I felt like Crane, I don't know, I felt like this could have been Crane's year. Maybe.
I know.
Possibly.
I felt the same way. Well, I thought it could have been Crane's year going into King of the Death, too.
Yeah.
Like, Crane, no one's owed anything. Wrestling owes no one anything.
Yeah.
But, and I don't throw it around a lot, Crane deserves a crown of some sort.
Yeah, I'd like to see him win the tournament.
Some tournament win. He doesn't need it, but I really think it's justified, because that dude's done more for death matches than a lot of people.
Yeah, he puts his body on the line pretty extreme. I mean, even for deathmatch wrestlers.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, he ended up actually taking the L in this, and Medeo Extremo goes on to face his tag team partner in one half of and both of them together make the GCW tag team champions.
Yeah, and I think, and touching on that, on Miedo, I think that him and Sequel Pay, to me, are on the same level. But Sequel Pay is he's the Robert Gibson of the group. Or no, he's not. Jesus Christ. No, he's not. Screw Robert Gibson. He's the Ricky Morton of the group. Like, he's going to get all the credit. Even though Extremo because I think Robert Gibson's talented.
Yeah.
But it's one of those situations where I think maybe Cyclope is just the face of the group, and maybe Extremo doesn't get fully what he deserves, because they're on the same level.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely see what you're saying. I'd almost, because I mean, I love the Rock and Roll Express, but everybody knows the Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson dilemma. I think I would actually compare him more to the Rockers, just because Marty was still the man.
That makes more sense.
I'm going to put Extremo as Marty and Cyclope as in the weirdest realm of wrestling.
That's. But should have thought that this is what happens when there's no kind of script or anything. You say things and then you're like, what?
But I know exactly where you're going.
But with it. I think that they're both. Yes, maybe Rockers makes more sense because Marty becomes Intercontinental Champion, Shawn becomes who he is, but they're both on the same level, like where they're at right now.
And they can be great singles guys. So, but yeah, going into the main event, man, I was both these guys come out bloody as hell, still wearing the scars from this whole night, and
this match ruled.
Yeah, this match was killer, man.
It ruled.
Straight from DTU in Mexico. These guys are getting ready to go to Freedoms in Japan. I mean, representing GCW and DTU, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, they also gave us something that we've all been seeing on the internet. The finish of this, when they've been taking off the boards and taking the ring apart even. And
instead of it being blank, wrapped in barbed wire.
Barbed wire wrapped around the frame of the ring. And it was such a chaotic scene because the crowd was so close, and you had everybody out there trying to get the boards off, and they were literally passing them through the crowd.
Yeah, trying to get them.
That was crazy.
Because it was so close quarters.
And then once they actually get the boards off, Cyclope gets down there, and he notices that there's still 2 steel beams there that need to be moved. And basically, they start fighting in the crowd a little bit so they can get those moved for the final spot when Extremo takes the bump into the wire.
And that is a better barbed wire spot than the trampoline spot, because like trampoline spots, they're wound so tight, you hit and you back. Obviously sucks. Dude, some of these looked like he just got embedded.
Yeah,
it looked.
You just kind of fall into it, and it's
he
really
didn't bounce.
No, there wasn't any bouncing from it.
Dude, he just got engulfed, and then ended up being it, and then Cyclope pulled him out.
Yeah,
and pinned him, but
he got the win.
But
Cyclope became Tournament Survival 3 champion.
And I think it's honestly, it's right. It's just Cyclope is the guy right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's amazing to me that he's become so big, because a lot of times there's these cultural barriers between countries where
because he doesn't speak English well at all.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Last promo, he was having trouble.
Yeah, so
but got his point across.
He got his point across, but it's one of those things where it's like he has issues, or not he has issues. America has issues with a Mexican guy or a Japanese guy getting over, and in Japan it's hard for an American to... There's these cultural things because you latch onto people who are like you. And so the fact that Cyclope has gotten so over with an American crowd and is now largest deathmatch tournament champion of America, winner, says a lot about him.
Yeah, it really does, man.
And what people think of him. So.
And I can't wait to see what Cyclope does in Freedoms, and can't wait to see what he brings back to GCW.
Yeah,
honestly, and DTU, man, he's one of my favorites for sure.
He is. He's mine too.
One thing I am going to touch on that's kind of like the elephant in the whole tournament survival situation is no Zandig.
No Zandig. That's.
I was definitely expecting maybe a promo or something.
Yeah.
If not, I honestly didn't expect him to wrestle in this one. He's been in the first 2, but I expected him to at least show up.
Yeah, it's his tournament.
So
it's Zandig's tournament of survival.
And there was no explanation about that. So
never touched on.
I kind of wish Brett Lauderdale would have said something.
Yeah.
But
the other thing I want to touch on is part of my favorite thing of this was that Jimmy Lloyd was ringside.
Yeah.
Helping. He was kind of the
1 week before winning Tournament of Death. He was helping take the ring down during the final spot.
He was, man. He's. This has nothing to do with Tournament of Survival, and that's what this video is about. But he's the man, dude.
Yeah.
I love that he's a, I don't want to say a company guy because he obviously works for, but
when you think about
him, no ego, man.
When you think about him, you think about him as a GCW guy. Which is
for
pretty
sure.
Cool.
I love that even though
he doesn't have an ego. He's not out there. And if we're about to get on this in the next video with Tournament of Death, but you can see that in his final promo from Tournament of Death. This guy's just out there trying to
he just wants
do the same thing as Crane. I mean, he just wants to bring the deathmatch community together. There's no reason for all this bullshit bickering between the 2 biggest companies in America. It's a family, man.
And I love that, like, even though he wasn't on the card, Jimmy shows up, Probably to watch the show, because Jimmy's a deathmatch fan, like, obviously.
Yeah.
But the fact that, I don't know if Lauderdale or whoever was like, hey, we need help, or maybe he was just brought in to help, but he didn't care, man.
No, man.
Not even like a non-tournament match, or, I mean, he just went right into it.
It was
awesome. Oh, God.
We did miss a match.
We totally missed a match.
Oh, Lord, you just sparked my brain.
I forgot about it. I don't know why, because
I know. Well, maybe the coolest match from the whole show, and that's saying something.
Yeah. So yeah, Jimmy, I still thought about Jimmy Lloyd there. PCO, Joey Janela.
Yeah, man, this match was freaking awesome. This has my favorite spot of the entire year.
Dude, the door
spot, man. Like, okay, the doors that they use in GCW is freaking awesome. I really love the doors.
I love the doors.
They probably do it because it's cheaper to get these doors at Lowe's or something.
I bet it's safer, too.
They break awesome. The same effect as a table. But,
dude,
and in this particular spot, and especially if you've seen it, a big guy like PCO could probably do this, but I've never seen anybody do this. Joey Janela breaks a table clear through a door clean through his head, and his head is poking out the side.
It reminds me of a cartoon.
It looked like a cartoon.
It pops through, and it's literally just your head.
He's wearing a door, a full door,
like Legion of Doom,
on his body. Reaches up with his massive, huge arms and just breaks it over his body. It was the stuff of superhero movies.
It was. It
was unbelievable. I freaked out so hard when that happened.
That match. And the thing is, for them to have entertained people who were there for blood and violence, but still made that work. Of course, he's Joey.
I don't know if I've ever seen a non-deathmatch tournament match blow my mind like this one did.
Yeah. And the other spot that I love so much is when they're up on the balcony area, not balcony, but a little bit higher up. He gives them the last call.
Oh yeah,
and the crowd catches him, and they surf him towards the ring.
Surf him to safety, and then he flips him off. Yeah, oh my god, dude, that was a great match. That was a great match.
Watch that match tonight, man. Yeah, that match.
I've been raving about that one and telling everybody that'll listen about Joey Janela versus PCO.
It's good. PCO, I hope GCW keeps working with him.
Yeah, man.
Which I know he's going to be at Joey Janela's Lost in New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's working everywhere. His PWG just got him. I mean, he's the story of the year.
Me and Stevie talk about this guy literally every day at work, and he's a guy that he's 50, but he is he's not a guy who says WWE legend PCO, come see him.
This is the best point. Yeah.
This dude has made himself popular enough now to where he doesn't have to be WWE former WWE star PCO. He's literally getting booked because of who he is. He's reinvented himself.
Yeah, it's pretty unique. He mentioned that to me at work the other day, and I honestly don't know if I've ever seen that from. Maybe I might be overlooking somebody. If so, I'm sorry, but yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen a guy come back after being gone for so long, or even work in anything after WWE, especially a guy that worked in the '90s.
Yeah,
and not have
Bret Hart,
and not have former WWE, WWF superstar, even WCW and ECW, because he was there too.
Dude,
whoever. This guy is getting booked as PCO now.
He is now.
And with these amazing promos he's throwing up on his Twitter account. Dude, PCO is the freaking man.
And it's been, I guess, since Janela's spring break.
Yeah, that match with Walter blew it up.
Blew him up. And the past 3 months, I don't know if I've ever seen a guy.
It's happened so quick, too, man. Like, PCO is the man. This match is a barn burner, man.
It is, dude.
I almost forgot about it.
I did too.
Just being on task with the tournament.
Yeah, but that probably one of the best non-tournament matches I've ever seen in a deathmatch show.
For sure.
It was super good. And Joey, I don't know if that was Joey's idea. I don't know who controls that stuff. I feel like Joey's in a position where he can kind of control his own destiny type of situation. And that feel like, once you think about it, it feels like a Janela. Like, it feels like something, of course that's what Joey would do.
Yeah.
Because he gets all these guys. But, man, he makes it work. And that match, cool.
It was one of those favorite matches of the year, for sure.
It was super, super good.
Yeah, go out of your way to see that one.
Absolutely. Even if you don't watch TOS, which I highly recommend.
I actually did show a buddy that's not a deathmatch fan that match on the show, and he loved it, so.
Dude, it ruled so hard. It was, and it was. I mean, but it was hardcore, so it still kind of fed that. But it was, not a death match,
killer match.
But yeah, that was
tournament survival.
It
was freaking awesome.
I'm super sad we did not make it.
No, that's the thing. We had our tickets.
Had the tickets, everything booked.
We were on our way. We're about 50 minutes into the drive when we hit a deer.
Man.
Totaled
my car.
Yeah, we killed this thing on the side of the road.
On the road.
It kind of put a real damper on the trip, but
yeah. We plan on making more.
We hopefully,
NGI.
if they do Nick Gage Invitational, plan on doing that for sure, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So,
yeah, but check out Tournament Survival.
Tournament Survival is great. Overall, I loved it, man. I thought it was better. Even though my favorite match was from TOD, it was a better show overall.
Yeah.
And that's not crapping on CZW.
No, TOD was amazing. What you're about to find out.
Yeah, but I loved it, man. It was one of the best deathmatch shows. And the cool thing about it is I love seeing that deathmatches, how much they've grown. Because Stevie, and I'm going to do it. I have CZW Studios. Stevie's been watching a bunch of them.
I'm only 2 away from finishing all the TODs.
Seeing the progression and how it is death matches, but the guys can wrestle.
Man,
they wrestle around the weapons. The weapons don't make the match.
Yeah, today the hybrid style of deathmatch wrestling, particularly in Game Changer Wrestling, is the best. Different level.
Absolutely. So that's TOS. Guys, go pick it up wherever you can.
Get it.
Support GCW. They. I know that some of their, like, dude, $125 for front row tickets, but they deliver.
Yeah, man.
Like, I've not seen
a promotion right
absolutely.
Now. Bar none.
And for anybody complaining about WWE and how much you hate it, we have bought like 6 or 7 GCW shows. They're $10 a piece. We have literally kept up and caught up on everything they've done in the last year.
They're so good.
Even their non-deathmatch shows rule.
They're so good. Yeah, I love them.
They do good stuff. So there's easy outlets to keep up with stuff if you hate what's on TV. It's so easy now with the internet.
Yeah, and the show that they got coming up in New York, I don't think that's going to have any death matches.
Yeah,
but I'm sure they're going to blow it up, man. It's going to be an amazing show.
They absolutely will, and we will obviously have to do a preview.
I have to talk about Nick Gage versus me. So.
Yeah. So. But yes, we're going to end the video here. That'll probably be a longer video, and that's okay because it's Tournament Survival. Hope you guys enjoyed that. The next video, well, it doesn't matter. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next video.